The National Alliance of Mental Illness, NAMI, provides support across the country for adults living with mental illness. After Donna Caffey was diagnosed with bipolar disorder, she attended a NAMI group in Springfield, where she found support and encouragement. In 2016, Donna began a NAMI support group in Lebanon, hoping to help others struggling with mental illness. For the personal courage to reveal her experience with mental illness and the determination to help others by establishing NAMI support groups in Lebanon, Donna Caffey is our 2019 Inspirational Hometown Hero. Donna's days of sleeplessness and mania were followed by depression that she describes as being plunged into a darkness, a deep, dark hole. A terrible place to be. She was diagnosed with late-onset bipolar disorder, and after months of working with her psychiatrist to regulate her medications, Donna's symptoms began to improve.
I am walking in recovery. I have not been in the hospital for 5 years, and I don't ever plan to go back. Recovery, we embrace the recovery definition put out by Samsha, and it's recovery is a process of change. So we talk a lot about change, process of change through which individuals improve their health and wellness, live a self-directed life, and strive to reach their full potential.
As she continued to work on her recovery, Donna visited the NAMI Hope Center in Springfield.
I did. I got started with NAMI in Springfield. It was a nice, safe place for me to go. I always wanted to just visit with someone diagnosed with bipolar disorder, and I wanted to see them walking on the other side in recovery. I knew it was possible, and I wanted to talk with the person, and I wanted to find out, how do you get to that place? And I wanted to know I could be somewhat normal again. And so I heard about NAMI Southwest, and I made a trip there, and my first impression when I walked in is some of these people don't look like my friends. But it's interesting that a lady sat across from me in one of the support group meetings, and she had a big floppy hat, and she had bright red lipstick, and she was fumbling through her bags. And every so often she would look up and smile at me. A smile can make all the difference in the world. And at the end of our session, she dropped a note off in my lap. And I guess she could see the attitude written all over me. But anyway, she shared with me the other classes offered and thought I might be interested in them. She mentioned that we were connected and we shared the same doctor. And she just made me feel loved and not alone. And that lady today is very special to me. We still see each other. Her name's Tina.
The director of NAMI Hope Center took Donna under her wing and helped her set several goals for recovery in life, including training to help others with mental illness.
She got me lined up to take a lot of different trainings in her own voice, which I was able to go back to the hospital where I had been admitted a couple of times and meet with the folks there. And that was just really, really powerful for me to be able to do that and share with the folks and give them hope. And so then she lined me up to take certified peer specialist training. So that was a week-long class followed by a test. And now I'm able to work one-on-one with individuals in my community and help them set goals and map out a course of action for recovery. And then another class that she had me take was facilitator training. And for a year and a half at Southwest NAMI, I was able to facilitate the group Poetry and Journaling. I'm not real big on poetry and journaling, especially poetry, but I learned to really enjoy that class and really like the people. So I did this for about a year and a half, and then my director grabbed me again in the hallway and said, "Donna, you have one goal left that you have not accomplished." And I remembered, like, "What do you mean?" And she said, right here, she said, "You said you would go back to your community and do something to help the people there. And that really concerned me because I knew I'd have to be more vulnerable, that my story would have to come out. But I told her, I said, you're right, I need to do something.
Donna went home to visit with her husband Rick about the possibility of founding a NAMI support group in her hometown.
Rick was real supportive of me starting the group. He didn't hesitate, and he said that he would attend a few sessions. And 3 years later now, he's still attending the groups with me, and he's a big help, a big support. It's good for men to come out and see that it's okay to meet in a group and share sensitive areas about their recovery and mental illness.
After years of living with recurring depression, Richard Palmer had a plan to commit suicide. Instead, he turned to his faith and admitted himself to the Marion Center. Eventually, Richard visited NAMI Springfield, and that's where he heard about NAMI Lebanon.
The very first time I entered into the NAMI group, Focus on the Positive, it's our premier group, and Donna Caffey was there, and she just welcomed me with open arms. NAMI in Lebanon, Focus on the Positive, was the first support group I ever got familiar with, and I got so familiar with it, I became a facilitator. I actually have 2 training sessions behind me, 2 different types of facilitator training, and it's allowed me to have conversations like this, open up about mental illness and other things, but specifically geared towards my mental illness has provided so much encouragement and improvement in my recovery.
Richard is also the group's resource guy. He catalogs area resources from counseling services to transportation to help meet the needs of others who are living with mental illness. Deb Grace first turned to NAMI Lebanon after years of struggling to help her daughter. Now Deb is a NAMI support member who shares her story to help other families experiencing mental illness.
Really, everything started when she was about 12, 13 years old in 7th grade, and honestly, we just didn't know what to do. We didn't know where to turn, and she was depressed, anxious, a lot of anxiety, and we really struggled with what to do with this. I think along the way we got some misdirection. She started self-medicating, and it just kind of spiraled from there. But it really impacted our family very strongly for about 13 years. I'm happy to say there's a great outcome now. I don't want to tell that part of the story, that she is doing really well. And I could also share the point of view as a parent, struggling with how to deal with a child who's going through a mental illness, who's going through severe depression, who's struggling to handle it, and just how that feels. And I think that was helpful to some of the people who are in the group.
Over the past 3 years, Donna Caffey and her friend Debbie Suter have witnessed positive changes in many members seeking support and recovery at NAMI Lebanon.
What pleases me the most is to see people embrace the recovery definition and change and improve their health and wellness, to embrace the topics that we discuss in group, and to listen to other people's stories and gain from what they've been through.
It's awesome. It is really awesome. I'm just blown away when I think about the success that it's had and the lives that it's attempted to change and has changed. There's been a real beauty in it and so much love and care. And that's what she has shown to us, and the group has shown as a cohesive gathering of folks.
Under Donna's leadership and with the help of countless others, NAMI Lebanon has flourished. It now offers 3 support meetings with a total weekly attendance of 40 people. Many members also enjoy time together at NAMI events like picnics, ringing bells for the Salvation Army, and removing litter from an adopted roadway. Looking forward, the group plans to expand NAMI programs to support others struggling with mental illness in the Lebanon area. For the personal courage to reveal her experience with mental illness and the determination to help others by establishing NAMI groups in Lebanon, Donna Caffey is our 2019 Inspirational Hometown Hero.